I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the maculates and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to see the bros hitting milestones. Gone, get your shine on, brighter than an iPhone. Screen anybody trying to take a piece of pie home. Try some, shape a stick or drop them like a pine cone. Conversations about the goals and the gold that I'm sitting on. All I hear is low balling digits if I listen to them. No need to counter if it's disrespect. Swam with sharks, learned how to bite my way out fishing nets. Yeah, I see the light at the end of the juice. Got me swinging for the fans. Always look the light through a different lens. Sevens every time I put that lever. I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the maculates and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to.
Yo, what it do? What it do? Man, look, I'm going to start the show off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start the show off showing you these beauties right here that my boy Uncle Chrissy debuted live on Twitter. Guys, look at these things, man. But hey, yo. Let me get a close-up shot of them things. Ooh, this thing's so wintry right here. Look, man, this is Nature Boy Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Live on NBC TV. You already know what the initials mean because you've been here before. And if you haven't, guys, welcome to the greatest sneaker show, live sneaker show in the world, I should say, guys. And I appreciate you. First of all, I absolutely appreciate you. Guys, we have an amazing show today, right? Not only do you have myself, but you have an amazing guest today. And you know what I'm saying? I promise you guys, I'll get you guys somebody who's litty, well informative, smart, and they are involved in the sneaker community. That's very important to me. Nothing else is. Sneakers, and sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So today you're going to get a lot of great info, guys. I am super pumped. I'm glad to be back. But hey, hold up 1 second. Let me stop the music just 1 second. Let me stop the music. I see a lot of people pouring into the chat. What's up? I got the set in here. I got Adam Ball in here. Where's my IG subscribers at? IG subscribers, show me some love in the freaking chat. Show me some freaking love in the chat. If I am too loud, I apologize, but I'm extremely excited. You know what I'm saying? I even brought the Supreme Cup. You know what I'm saying? It's a little chilly, but I got the Supreme Cup with me too, baby. So you know we about to have a great time. This is going to be an awesome show. IG, I see it right here. IG in the building. Boom, let me put them up there. Here, Chuck, boom. Here, bam. IG in the building. Adam, I see you. Bam. Eagles, Heat. Look here, man. I'm firing off more shots than Chicago, right? Well, hold up. I wouldn't say Chicago. Never mind the Chicago part. Just forget about the Chicago part. I do apologize. But I'm firing off shots tonight, baby. I'm super excited, guys. Oh yeah, I put my deodorant on, so I'm good. I get a little extra today. You know what I'm saying? I did put my deodorant on. Yo, Ball Head Fred, I see you, baby. Ball Head Fred, that's my guy right there. Look at it, man. IG, Twitter, and YouTube, and the flames. Look, man, that's dedication, and I appreciate that, man. I absolutely appreciate it. Before we get started with this show, because I'm gonna keep it moving, and you guys know how I am with time. I want to make sure it's conservative for you guys too. But let me pause this music, right? Let me pause that music. And I'm going to go to the triumphant music for a second. But I'm going to keep it low for you guys. And I just want to tell you real quick, right? Thank you. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 2,200, something like that. But thank you guys. I appreciate you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And if it wasn't for the guys who wanted the links. And if it wasn't for the guys who wanted, some sneakers. If it wasn't for you guys who just wanted some sneaker giveaways. And you probably just like me a little bit. just a little bit, and I appreciate it either way. Thank you guys for rocking with me for this short period of time. I'm amazed at the ground that we've covered in a short period of time, but it's a blessing either way. You know what I'm saying? If one person can lend their ear to listen to my crazy, wicked sounds and mysterious thoughts, I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I'll get that off the screen. Let me get that off the screen. I see you, Uncle Chrissy. Uncle Chrissy is ready. Uncle Chrissy, I'm coming to you. He is like he's a fresh pie that just came out the oven. He is freaking ready. He is freaking ready. I don't know if he likes sweet potato pie, but we go find out. We go find out later. Let me get back to my chat here. I see my guys in here. I see my guys. Let me see if I have any new people. First off, real quick, before I go to the next segment, do we have any new people in the chat? That's all I want to see. All you long timers, be quiet right now. Be quiet. I just want to see nothing but new people. If a oh, I see you there, Lewis. What's up, dude? I'm gonna put you on the screen, man. I'm gonna put you on the screen in the slime green. In the slime green, I'm gonna throw you on the screen, man, real quick. Yes. I see a lot of new people, and I'm gonna put every last one of you guys up there. And I know a lot of you guys are coming over from Uncle Chrissy, and I appreciate it. He is great at what he does. His information is sound. But enough about Uncle Chris. We got him coming up. But I'm just super excited about it. So I see a lot of new people. New sub too. Okay, I appreciate you, man. So Sammy said Uncle Chrissy posted a tweet on Twitter, so I'm here. Uncle Chrissy, shout out to you. That is my guy, man. This is going to be a long-term relationship for a long time, guys. I can tell you. When you got two brilliant minds such as us, you can't do nothing but collaborate and come together, baby. It's just like Kool-Aid, or like, well, I would ask my wife, but you know, she ain't go participate in this foolery that I got going on. What's up, dude? Roll Tide. You freaking right. We got in the playoffs. I don't know how. We paid somebody to get in the playoffs. Coach Saban, thank you for writing the check to get us in the playoffs, because there's no way Alabama should have made it in the playoffs. All right. Let's just say that right there real quick. There's no freaking way. Boom. I'm gonna put this on the screen. This is gonna be what you guys are gonna look forward to today. Starting off on Nature Boy Chuck TV. I have turned the music off. So when I turn the music off, you already know it's serious. You know what I'm saying? You know it's serious. So this is what you got coming today. Next, I want to talk about this subject before we get into our special guest. So I'm going to remove this for a second as I get it up, guys. And you guys know I love to show love to my people on Twitter, right? My people on Twitter that have on the fire kicks, right? So look, I'm going to go ahead and put this music back on for you guys. And the first person that we're going to put on the stage today is going to be DM Handy, real OG footwear right here. I'm super happy these dropped, and they are back in my collection 25 years later. I feel like a teen again. Look, man, looking at this picture right there, man, these Joint 12 cherries OG do give you those vibes from back in the day. Now I'm up in my upper 30s, even though I feel like I'm in my 20s, and my wife might say I'm acting like I'm in my high 50s. But anyway, I'm still a young man, but these shoes do bring back amazing memories. This is a clean, crisp photo of those cherry 12s. And look, man, that shoe was so hard and sought after when I was coming up in high school, man. Just looking at them now, I'm glad I can have it in my collection. I have not worn them yet, but DM Handy, I appreciate you for posting that pic of those crazy Jordan 12 cherries, guys. Let's move to the next one. Oh, now I'm gonna say this: the handle is from Twitter. All right, at RCHRD. It's probably like Richard or Rich. It's probably short for something. 305. I will take it. They're probably from Miami, but anyway. First word of the day of the Chris Paul Jordan 1 lows. OG, give them flowers. They look even better on feet, and they do. Now, I was asleep on this shoe, and I was making fun of it a couple of days ago on Twitter, and I posted this Nike Dunk that's coming out with the reverse colorway, which we'll talk about in a later episode. But I was making jokes on this shoe, but looking at it now with the pink laces on top of this shoe, the soft texture, for as the fabric inlays and how the color combination is, you know, for one thing and one time, this photo did change my outlook on how this shoe looks. Great job, I would say Richard, but at Richard and abbreviations 305_. Go follow them on Twitter. Let's keep it moving. Man, now he is I would say a dedicated member to the Twitter feed, Heat on Feet, which is DJ White 112. All right, go follow him on Twitter, guys. Dope guy, into sneakers and the conversation of sneakers and resale all the time. I love his opinions on different things because it's always different. In his quote, it says, "Waking up motivated every morning isn't a talent. It's a mindset and a lifestyle." You are right. And he got on the ASIC gel lot. Keith. Not these. But he got on the salmon toe. And let me tell you something. I won't get down into the history of this shoe. But if you're an OG sneakerhead, you know how hard it was to get the first edition of this shoe, let alone the second. I think they came out with a third round of it, you know what I'm saying, when it was restocking a lot. But this shoe here brings back memories too, trying to get on the Kith website to be able to cop it. Back when bots were like $1,000, you're trying to pay somebody for an auto cart. That just showed you the kind of hype that was around this shoe right here. And I see some people up in there, yeah, Adam Ball DJ, yeah, he always got fire picks, and I appreciate him. I like looking at everybody's sneakers, man, to be able to see what they have and, you know, what they match them up with. Because a lot of times, man, you'll be amazed the personalities that you have with the sneakers and how they fit it up, which usually tells you the uniqueness in sneakerheads themselves. And DJ White always brings it out. Whether it's a shoe that's $30, $40, or it's $1,000 resale shoe, he puts it on, add some extra to it, and I always jump on StockX to go buy it. So DJ White 112, stop posting sneaker pics, bro. You're killing me. All right, let's move to the next. Oh, this is why we're here. This is why we're here, folks. Look at that. Nike, Kobe 6, reverse GRINCHs. And let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of hate on Twitter with this shoe. And I think people just are mad because of the resale value of this shoe or what it was. We know the numbers. Well, we're gonna talk about that later, but we know the numbers on that. Cleve Eric 23 __. Of course, that you're seeing on the screen is from on Twitter, guys. Look, man. Woo, them laces. Now you see how I got the mock-up today with the same color background. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? My screen is fitted up with the Kobe's, the reverse GRINCHs today for a reason. Straight to feet. That's what I like to see. Get your shoes, man. It don't matter if they reselling high or low. Get your shoes. Wear your freaking shoes. All right? Wear your freaking shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing better than seeing a hype sneaker on somebody's foot and they're wearing them. And he got on the NBA stand socks on too, if you hadn't noticed. So it looked like he's about to go hit the court. I don't know. I don't know if he's a hooper or not. But looking at it like he's about to go take somebody straight to the goal, or he just go pull up on them. So we about to see here, guys. Let's flip on to the next one. See what we got next. Oh, hey, yo, we got Nature Boy Chuck making my very first appearance on Twitter, Heat on Feet. As you can see there, I have the OG GRINCHs on, guys, and these are from 2010. I just took the laces out of the earlier models, the newest models, and I swapped them and put it in my 2010s, and they still look phenomenal. They still look phenomenal. So for good luck, hopefully you guys got some luck today on the early access for the Kobe reverse GRINCHs. If you did, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got the shoe. If it was the shoe of your dreams or just a shoe that you had on your list to cop today. So I hope you guys did hit. I didn't hit. My Nike account is just like banned. I don't even know why I haven't created a new one yet. It is absolutely banned for a moment. I get no love at all. You know what I'm saying? I get no love at all from sneakers, but it's all good. I ain't tripping. Look, next segment. We're going to move right along, guys. Let's switch it up just a little bit. And I want to bring in something that I want to talk about that I seen on Twitter. Now, one of my favorite favorite designers. One of my favorite designers is in a bit of a little kerfuffle, whatever you want to call it. But he got a lot of stuff going on. And I have three designers that I absolutely love and look up to, watch many of videos on them. Of course, one, which you probably already know, he's a little crazy, but Kanye West. I like Kanye West as far as his designs, everything he did for the sneak community, everything he did for fashion. I think he did an awesome job. You know what I'm saying? I've always looked at his brilliancy as far as what he did with just some cloth and texture and shoes. You know what I'm saying? And Virgil is going to be the next person who I really looked up to. I've been watching Virgil way before Off-White first got on to the Nike shoe itself, before he did the collaboration. So, of course, that's one of my number twos, which is going to be Virgil. And last but not least is Jerry. Let's put Jerry on the screen, guys. Now, Jerry Lorenzo, Fear of God, and Adidas. Now, I was going to wait to be able to bring up Uncle Chrissy, but I have to get his thoughts. I have to get Uncle Chrissy's thoughts on this first series, first volume, first edition. You know what I'm saying? With Jerry Lorenzo and Fear of God and Adidas. It's been a lot of talk about it. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to drop this down for a minute and we're going to bring on the legend himself. But before we do, let's look at today's guest, guys. It's going to be Uncle Chrissy Kicks. Yes, you guys probably know him from Twitter, and you might have some of his YouTube subscribers on here today also. But you know him from the stats that he put down. He's the blog writer, of course, from Site Supply. Now I'm going to let him talk and tell us a little bit more about himself. But look at the stats on the freaking screen. He is truly a sneaker stock analyst. As far as the information, how it displays it, he does it like no other. He's gained followers in a tremendous way in a very short amount of time. Uncle Chrissy deserves all the accolades that you can absolutely give him. So today, guys, look, make sure, before I get to this next step, if you are not following him on Twitter, you see it on the screen. All right? Go follow my boy right now. You guys should be following him right now. There's no excuse. You should be following him. And go make sure you subscribe to his YouTube. But let me stop talking. Let me get this off the screen. Uncle Chrissy, I'm going to bring you up, baby. What's good, dude?
Hey, what's going on, fam? How you doing, brother?
Man, I am doing good.
Nice.
I'm happy to have you on the show.
Hey,
you know,
man, thank you so much for the opportunity, man. I really appreciate you.
Hey, man,
sure.
Very much like so. Now, we've been talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
Way before we did this show, man. And, you know, I don't want to just lay it on thick for you, man. But look, man, first of all, I'll tell you this from the sneaker community myself. Somebody who is not only in love with sneakers. Yes, I do reselling too. You know what I'm saying? But I try to touch all of it itself because I love it so much. I appreciate the aspect that you bring to sneakers, man. So for the people who have not met you, man, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did it start? How did the love of sneakers begin for you?
Man, probably like everybody else on here, it started really, really early on. I think, there was a couple pairs that started it for me. It was the Bo Jacksons when I was in about third grade. Got a hold of a pair of those, the original, the OG Auburns. And then there was a pair of, Sean Kemp Instapumps. I think they were called the Vertical, the black and white pair. And I had my mother driving all over every mall in the area trying to find that. And then trying to find the cartridges for the Instapump, order them out of the East Bay catalog. And like, that was my first hunt. I think I was probably in 6th or 7th grade, something like that. And that was it. That was it, man.
See, and hearing you say that, man, it brings memories of my brother too. He was on the Sean Kemps back in the day too. And man, all I can do is look at him. He was a size 12, man. I think at that time I was a size 7 or something like that. And I couldn't wear them. But as soon as he left the room, man, I ran there and sneaked my feet in him a little bit, man. So I definitely had the little brother vibes when it comes to that. So with the love of sneakers and the ones that brought you into it, as far as what you do now, like, it can be a ton of people who do what you do on Twitter or YouTube, Facebook, or whatnot. But the way you do it, what has inspired you to be able to give the people the information that they want in sneakers and the way you display it? Is it a huge need for it you always felt?
Honestly, like there's, like you said, there's a ton of people that do it. There's a lot of people that are out there putting good information. I don't know, I do it because it's fun to me. Like I don't really have a reason why I started doing it. Like I really like what I do with Site Supply and writing the blogs and giving some detailed analysis on things. And I've been fortunate enough to make some great contacts that provide me with the source of information. And I want to share that information with people. I started out, I was a reseller for a little bit. I did it. I was trying to pay for for a wedding for my family, and and I've since moved on from that. And now I just want to try to help some people. There's a lot of things you can do as a manual user that can help, kind of level the playing field a little bit, and just trying to help some folks out. Try to get pairs in the hands of people and get everybody some heat.
Now, look, and that's something that I've ventured into, man, ever since back where I think Yeezy Supply even had these add to cart links. I found a way to be able to do it, man. It's nothing that really brings me more joy than to be able to help somebody to be able to cop some shoes or find a different way or additive for them to be able to get some shoes. So I definitely appreciate it, man. I find myself a lot of times, I know a big release is coming up, so I jump on your page. Let me see. Oh, man, he ain't posted that yet. Man, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, man. Coming from a veteran like myself, I still appreciate good info. You know what I'm saying? Not just
I check your page for them links all the time too, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see what you got that 10
those links around, man, and people appreciate it very much. Now, look, I was going to bring you on a little bit later on some topics that we already talked about, right. But I want to get your opinion on our guy right here, Jerry Lorenzo. Now, I'm going to put him back on the screen, of course, as you can see him right here in the collaboration with Fear of God and Adidas. Now, I can say, Uncle Chrissy, look, I've been waiting on this for about 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Right? I'm a huge fan. I'm talking about just everything that he's done. He's a Christian guy, whether you believe in God or not, whatever. But he's a Christian guy. I've liked the work that he's done. All right. But I have to say, what you think about this first line that he dropped?
Wow. I mean, it's kind of hard to say, man. Like you'd think, like you said, we've been waiting on this for 3 years now, it seems. And I heard that there was some legal things going on behind the scenes, a bunch of rumors I can't really substantiate, so I don't want to get into that. But the collection just, I mean, it's clean. It is, you put the Fear of God shoes side by side with the Nikes, and you're like, not too much of a difference there. But I like the direction that he did with it. I just felt, as far as the collection itself, it was underwhelming. It was a little bit underwhelming. And as far as the rollout goes, that, like, sheesh. Like, I mean, you wonder, like, who's at the wheel over there at Adidas, man? I really do.
And that's what I was thinking too, man. I understand the cinematic approach that he brought with the filming, all that. That's great. Now Fear of God clothing has always been expensive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got Essentials, which is a lower line. Really lower line, but cheaper cost.
Yeah, it's like the intro model. Yeah.
I just feel like they dropped this collection first, kind of put like a huge damper in a lot of people's image of what they're going to bring to Adidas.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, man. I'm not sure that this was the best way to roll it out. I mean, you talk about the genesis of a partnership, of a collaboration. Like, you want a banger, you know what I mean? You want move units, you want everything off the shelf as fast as possible. And like, there was just so many things that I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. Like, some of the apparel, the pricing was crazy. The shoes pricing was crazy. I'm not sure that's it. Like, I'm really not sure. Like I said on Twitter, just last week we were all going nuts for that dust pair of the Yamamaniers with a similar price point. This is peak holiday season. If anybody's going to spend money this year, it's right now. This is when consumer spending is at an all-time high. And I just think the way that they kind of put it out there, like, there was no real push to get this out there from Adidas. There was no real hype behind it. And I know Jerry's a man of God. I appreciate that. I respect that. I understand why he did it on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning. But like, not a lot of people looking to dip into the pocketbooks that Sunday morning. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, man. And that's what I was thinking too. I understood it the way he wanted to do it. And you don't want to, if you have that concept, it's like you don't want to minimize it or become worldly, as they would say.
Yeah.
But I felt like it should have been either a shock drop of some sort or some kind of teaser to let us know or some starts and confirm. But I have to say, I was digging into something today, right? And I'm looking at the season of sneakers now, or should I say era of sneakers now, versus when this combination dropped. Now I'm gonna pull this up because I seen this. I was looking back at this. When he was with Nike, the Fear of God 1 collection. You see it.
Yeah.
You got the canary yellow. You got the black. Of course, they had the exclusive pair with the color toe dipping, which he's doing the same. And you had the Fear of God 1 shoot arounds, which was another, just psychedelic, futuristic shoe. Everybody loved them. But the price points, am I tripping? Because I remember when these shoes dropped $350, people were spending it like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Obviously the economy was in a different state back then, but
true.
you just gotta wonder, like, is there something to Nike versus Adidas? Like, is there a level of credibility to it? Like, are they just that better at marketing? I don't know. Like, you let Mischief market this, they could have charged you $600 for those shoes and gotten away with it.
Hey, they would have put probably $650 just to do it. And I was looking at it too. It's like, when this started with Nike, I already knew of them, but when I seen the collaboration, I was like, oh my God, those are sick.
Yeah.
I saw the price tag, I said $350. Oh yeah, I can swing that. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen the shoot arounds, which they came out a little bit later. But I started thinking, okay, what if Kanye West was still with Adidas doing great, right? And they dropped this same collection, which were these. Now, I know it's 2 different markets now, but what I'm picking at is the reaction too harsh only based off the times that we are in now? Because if these would have came out with Adidas along with Kanye West being with Adidas, will we be looking at this different?
Yeah, I think you probably would be, man. I think if Adidas, like, they just have no momentum right now. They really don't. You look at what's his name, Bjorn Gold, the CEO, said at the Footwear News Awards the other day.
Oh,
that,
God.
Everybody watch. We got stuff in the pipeline coming down. Like, you got a couple pairs of Sambas right now, man. Like, you've had a few good collaborations on some Sambas. Pharrell's Human Races are just sitting there. And then this drops. And then this drops. And the people at Nike just got to be sitting there just like, man, hold on.
They're probably laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
But
honestly, the thing is, like, I don't mind the shoe. Like, the bottom one there, the carbon sesame. First of all, like, calling this basketball, that looks like a broken ankle waiting to happen. I don't know if I would be running around ready to hoop in that one, but
I don't think we hooping in those, man. Them things are absolutely flat. I get the idea you want to add basketball to it, athletic, but ain't nobody playing any sports in those. And I didn't put the other ones on. I just looked at both in comparison. I'm looking at price points, I'm saying $100 or $50, difference, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting here today, I was like, damn, man, if these came out in the peak moments of Adidas, man, we might be looking at Jerry Lorenzo, like, he'll be like the Madden at this point, other than Kanye West if he was still with Adidas. But anyway, I was looking at it in that aspect because it was a little, I felt some type of way. I'm like, people spent $350, and now we looking at me. Honestly, I haven't even bought them yet.
No, why would you? Like, they're just there. And I think you're right. Like, I think Adidas really, really let the flame go dead on Jerry Lorenzo. I think, that Fear of God, the Nike one, was that 5 years ago, 6 years ago? True. And that was when everybody knew the name. Everybody knew Fear of God. Essentials was hot. $60 t-shirts were reselling for $200 back then. And I think he broke off with Nike in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And then we heard nothing. We heard nothing for like 3 years ago. Like, I was about to write a blog on it, I think a few months ago, and I'd completely forgotten about it, to be honest with you. I'd completely forgotten about it. And you look at it like, I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but, Klopp broke with Nike and put out a new collab with Adidas very, very quickly. Nigo signed with Nike in July, and I think the next month we had teasers of it. I think Clock broke with Nike in June, and by October they had a drop coming. Like they already had products released, and I'm just sitting here wondering, like, why couldn't that happen with this? I know the collection is much more in depth, and obviously it takes a little while longer to develop a new silhouette. But I mean, what, you couldn't push that slide out?
That's what I was, I was hoping. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you had somebody join Adidas, and next thing you know, boom, they putting something out. This is big money at play, the way I look at it. And for him and Fear of God, whether he did an Essentials line with Adidas and just slapped the Adidas sign on it, I think it would have caught a lot of traction earlier. I mean, I would buy a sweatshirt if it had the Fear of God Essentials with an Adidas sign in it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But pump out a couple hoodies. That can't be too hard to do.
No, it can't be hard. I don't know what they were playing on. Like we were sitting back just holding our money, like, oh yeah, I can't wait till they drop. I'm gonna spend all this bread. No, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's why I put those images up there, man, because I was thinking about it. He's awesome at what he does. The shoes are great,
yes.
But I am waiting on the 30% discount, bro. I am waiting hard.
I gotta say, I agree.
As soon as I get that coupon, boy, I'm smash that play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna rock them. I'm gonna do a review on them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do everything. Now I did hit him up on Instagram. I got a message back from one of his reps, so I might have a pair for free.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just working, man. I told
do you, man?
Hey, this is God's work, and I got a reply. Anyway, let's move on.
I like it.
God forgive me. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying? Looking into that, hey, I ain't gonna keep you guys long. Uncle Chrissy is here to drop some dope info, guys. So I'll put us on what I call a little Madden music. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put us on a little Madden music. So got coming up this week, or if it's rather next week. You know what I'm saying? So I got the man to do the job. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm good at what I do, but I'm nowhere close to this man who I have on the show today. You know what I'm saying? See how I laid that cake and I put the icing on it, bro? Bam, bam. Lemon pound cake. Bam, put the icing on it too. All right, man, let's get this back on the screen. And look, I was generous enough. Usually I have Nature Boy Tux there at the top, but I've scratched it out and I put Uncle Chrissy. Upcoming releases, guys. Copper drop. You guys know how we do it on this section. Everybody loves it. And I will tell you this, Uncle Chrissy, they're going to be waiting on your opinion along with your info. Because they're probably going to want to know what you think about these shoes. Because, man, they get rowdy in the chat on this segment. So I'm glad to have you here for it.
I love it.
So, I love it. Let's get started with the first one. Now, Uncle Chrissy, you brought all the info. I'm just going to lead you. You know what I'm saying? And you do your thing when it comes to it. So first up, we got, of course, here.
So this is nice. Like Jay Tips, man, he kind of caught the world by storm earlier this year with that first Saucony, the Grid Zero pack. And then now on the 8th, what's that, Friday? The 8th, he's dropping the 2-piece for the What's the Occasion. I'm kind of liking the blue pair over there. So it's 2 packs. The pink and brownish one there is called Wear to the Party. The bluish pair is called Wear to the Date. If you want to check my Twitter, I posted the full store link of every one of the boutiques that's going to have these pairs. And I'm liking the blue pair. I'm liking the blue pair. The pink one, I don't know. I just got those kits ASICs last night, so I think I kind of got that color palette spoken for. But I like it, man. Like I said, Jay Tips, he put these out at, I think, Complex Con a week or two ago was the first release. And then on his website, they blew through that day. They blew through it that day. But hopefully there's a couple more chances to give people a chance to cop today on the 8th.
Now, I'll say this, man. I'll just come out and say it. I slept on them.
Yeah.
I slept on the shoes. I read up a lot of information about them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get up. I think I was on my way to work, 1 or 2. On the way to work, man, you know what I'm saying? Stop giving me some break. I just slept on the shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at them now, and I'm like, you're right. The blue pair is probably where I'm going to go because, of course, we have these. And make sure you guys jump on this Twitter and go look at that live review of these babies here, too. You know what I'm saying? So, I already, I got that colorway down packed. So, I'll probably go with the blue. As you can see, I gave it 4 flames. I gave you 4 flames for is what I think. I didn't say 5. I couldn't give it a 5. And
That's
most
fair.
people get pissed off at me because I'm gonna say this. But I hate the way that Saucony's wear on my foot. I just never enjoyed it.
That's
when
fair,
I look down at the shoe, it's not as sexy and eye appealing as I would say. But I would say with the shoes, they do look nice. He's did a phenomenal job. He has brought a ton of people to Saucony's. So I will ask you this, Uncle Chrissy, is this shoe going to be a copper drop, sir?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to pass on these, man. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to pass.
Through the glass.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't believe you would say drop on these. I mean, why would you say drop?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, man, it's like, storage is tight in my house, bro. Like, I ain't got a lot of room for a whole lot of things. So I got to be a little bit more selective on what I'm going after. And, try to budget the little bit of closet space that I have. And honestly, it's while I do like the blue pair a little bit more, it's a little bit loud for me. I like a little bit more simple, a little more understated, a little bit more of a cleaner design. But I can respect this. Like, I love what he did. Everything fits together real well. And, props to J Tips for putting this pack on, man, for sure.
Now, I would say this, man, you're not alone. We got a couple of people in the chat. They all saying, I have some said cop, but right now I'm looking at drop. Adam Ball says drop. Silverback Mike says same pass. Now, Andrew says I need the blues, which I understand that, man. But I did have some cops that popped up in the screen. A lot of people said cop. So it's kind of like, it's kind of on the medium. It's a mixed bag. I see it's a mixed bag right now. And it may be harder, too, because it's 2 shoes and you got 2 different colors.
True.
And like I said, the shoes have just got light going on for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my upper 30s, bro. And, I ain't pulling that one out as my go-to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I had the bread, I had the space, like you would say, I probably would go with the blue. But otherwise, I would say pass. And I see my wife jumps in, Miss B Unique Fitness, which we'll have her on the next show, guys, for a fitness corner. She is gonna say drops. Corners will tear up your feet up.
I mean, that's important, man. That's real important, especially me. I'm getting a little bit older nowadays. Like, you probably see me wearing Asics more than anything nowadays.
Look, my wife turned around in the kitchen shaking her head to me because I am the same way, dude. I am selecting my shoes totally different now. And I never thought I would get to this point. But, the high top Jordan 1s, man, I have not worn them. There's no support in them. You know what I'm saying? I just have not jumped in them. Now, more of my Dunks and my Asics, I'm finding myself going that route. But we have, of course, the verdict on the J Tips, guys. It's gonna be a drop, guys. It's gonna be a drop. So anyway, let's move on, guys, to the next one that we have here. Bam.
That's right.
Now, I'll let you roll with this one, bro. Do you think?
So these are kind of fresh. These are kind of fresh for sure. So I just want to say, I got to get this out of the way. When this first leaked out from Soulfly a little while back, we had the teaser that was the diamond turf kind of treatment to it. It had the black, had the gold on the sidewall. And that was my shoe. And I think I was maybe in 7th grade, the black and gold diamond turf. And when that thing came out, that one spoke to me big time. I would have been on that for sure. But this one, I like it. I do. Personally, I'm a little bit more of a low top guy. I do prefer the little bit of a lower style. I'm not the tallest guy, so sometimes in high tops be scraping my calves, and that just ain't too comfortable for me. But I do want to say, December 8th, these come out on Soulfly, both in store and online.
Okay.
I'm not 100% ready to rubber stamp this, but I feel pretty confident in saying that we are going to see a sneakers release. We are going to see a sneakers release a little bit down the line. There's some pairs in the warehouse for sure. There is. So I don't have a date just yet, but if you don't cop these on Soulfly on the 8th, don't give up and pay the resale just yet. I think you're going to get another opportunity probably in the next couple of weeks to get after this pair.
Now, I would say with these, of course, I got the Supreme at the top, which they're not Supreme, but everybody knows what they are. But the Mikasa Sukasa, which is my house is your house, It is a Cuban combination vibe of this shoe based off the territory of where they're bringing this with Miami and Soulfly, of course. The box is going to have the cigar design. The signature box is going to have almost the wood box design, which is going to be the signature pack, or however they want to call it on that. But I like the shoe. I like the color combinations of the shoe. I'm not big on the 8s.
Right.
I just think they did a phenomenal job with the shoe.
They did. No question.
I'm told on the bottom portion it has some different things that's dedicated to Cuba itself, and in the inside on the soles too, and right inside the box. But for $225, I think I'm gonna say it, Chrissy. I'll let you do it next, but I'm gonna pass on these. I am going to pass.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same for me. That's gonna be a pass too.
Now it looks good. Don't get me wrong. I think they did a great job with the shoe. I like the story that Soulfly always emulates with their releases and shoes themselves. This shoe is beautiful, man. Like I said, if it drops on Nike, in which we'll look to Uncle Chrissy's Twitter page to see when that sneakers release is gonna be. I'll probably try to wait to see if I can grab them a little bit cheaper. What's weird about Soulfly is they oddly tend to do well on the shoes you think that they aren't. So, we'll see on this one. I'm a little skeptical on it, but of course, December the 8th, guys, if you are looking to buy this shoe, I would say it would be a great add to your collection. There's nothing wrong with this shoe. It looks great. I just wouldn't rock it with the 8s. If it ain't an OG colorway like we seen with the playoffs, I'm passing on it.
Yeah, fair enough, man. But you said they did a great job with it. I love all the Cuban themes in it, man. I love me some Cuban food, so. But unfortunately, I got to pass on this one.
I'm gonna pass on those too, man. And my guys know from when I did the live when I got back from Miami. Me and my wife. What was the town that we was down in? Little Havana. Oh yeah. My God, I absolutely fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? The music, the food itself. Just the whole vibe. So I see where they took it, and I kind of feel like I relate to the shoe, but not in relation to $225. Now, if I had some cigars that came with it, yeah, I might cop. But
hey, don't forget, you probably got like $25 shipping with Soulfly too.
Man, dude.
I know my boy AK, I see him in the chat there. He said this store is right down the street from me, and they charge me $25 shipping.
Man, I don't know why they still do that, man. I have no why that. Yeah, you are right. Now the guys in the chat, they talking about the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bugs Bunny was nice in it. The Aquas. Oh, the Aquas were phenomenal in the 8s. Now that's just a different story. You know what I'm saying? That's just
exactly
a different story. OGs always do great because it brings back the memories of MJ, Space Jam, all kind of stuff. So
give you that nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah. So the nostalgia is definitely there. So that one was, of course, a drop. 3 Flames. I think that fire has been put out on that one. Let's move to the next one. Now, I see a lot of people. I just seen somebody in the chat talking about skip the gratitudes. No, I am not going to skip the gratitudes simply because they are not reselling for the high. All right, but Uncle Chrissy, take it away, bro.
So I got to start off by saying, like, when we were putting this together, I'm looking at it like, man, Gratitudes dropped like a month ago, didn't they? Like, it was hard for me to believe that this shoe hasn't actually released just yet, because I feel like we've been talking about it forever. And then you had the Neapolitans right before it, which is a little bit of a head scratcher for me, because you had, obviously, it's the dark brown, which I don't think a lot of people knew when they bought them. But you look at it from a distance, from 100 feet away, you're not going to be able to tell the difference on the shoe. But
no difference.
The Gratitude, it's the Holiday 11, and we look forward to this every year. As far as what's coming out this week, I'd say this would probably be my 1 seed right here. Because for one reason, my wife's got Concords, okay, and that shit pisses me off. It pisses me off that she's got Concords and I don't. So I think I got to try and save face on these right here. You know what I mean? I think I got to try and save face.
A lot of people are bashing this shoe, and
you can't bash the shoe. It's gorgeous. Like, what's there to say about it?
And I don't know. It doesn't. But this is my thing, though, that I get into it. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing I get out the Gratitude. First of all, the Gratitude in years later to come, it's going to be a shoe that everybody wishes that they copped. I'm going to just say that right now. You're going to wish that you copped it. At first, I was pissed off that they took away, of course, the cloth texture along the top portion and added leather until I got the shoe in my hand. Soon as I got it in my hand, the all leather all the way through this shoe, I was absolutely amazed. I apologized immediately on Twitter because this is
I remember seeing that.
Gorgeous. This shoe.
Not only that, but like, you know how hard it is to clean that cloth mesh on the upper? Like, it's impossible to keep that stuff clean.
Man, you dropped something on that, man. I'll never forget it. I thought I was fresh too, man. Now down here in the South, we got Mardi Gras, right?
Yeah.
And man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I put on my Jordan 11s. I had on the Concord Space Jams. I had the Space Jams on. And man, I had a puffer jacket. And man, I'm sitting there, I'm just eating the nachos and bam, devastated.
Done.
It never came back from it.
Nope.
I needed the little chunky dude who do the YouTube videos. Oh, I'm gonna clean this here. I needed him back then. You know what I'm saying? Because those shoes are still torched and they are somewhere hidden in my closet because it's nothing but freaking bad memories. But with this leather, it changed the game. It's beautiful. What they didn't do from the I would say the Space Jams along the top portion of the pan leather, it was like full of white. It's like a darker pan leather that goes around it, and the gold, of course, Jumpman on it.
I love the gold Jumpman. That's a nice accent to it for sure.
I absolutely love this. I love this shoe. Now, what are you hearing? What do we have left in stock on this shoe? Is it still just going to be an enormous amount of stock?
So I tried looking into this, and honestly, it's like there's so much it's hard to tell. It's like I think they dropped. I want to say it was like 270 with the early shock drop in the EA. I think that was the number. I don't quite remember, but you know, everybody was talking about 1 million pairs, and I haven't seen that number for sure. But if it's not 1 million pairs, it's close. Like it's up there. And like I said, I tried to check the number for this today, and it's just like, man, it's just breaking the matrix. Like there's so many pairs out there that it's hard to actually nail down. But I will say I do like this pair. It is my number 1 seed for the week, but like you said, man, that 30%, it may be coming, man. It may be coming.
It may be coming.
I got a Nike outlet not too far from me. I might maybe cruise past on the way home from work and see if it's on the 15% rack.
I mean, because it's unfortunately it's going to be there. But this is my problem I have with sneaker community right here. If they did not have 1 million pairs, quote unquote, to come out of this shoe, it will be a freaking circus. I mean, if came out, it's going to be 100,000 pairs for a Jordan 11 around Christmas time. It will be a madhouse.
Yeah.
So if they put out 1 million pairs, all the people, it's like everybody becomes a reseller when they say they are not a reseller. And it's 1 million pairs. Those are bricks. Oh, what? I thought that's what you wanted. So, you know what I'm saying? They did their thing with this shoe. Of course, they have to fulfill the holiday rush because it's still going to be a lot of people who are not us. Sure. You know what I'm saying? That are still going to grab this shoe. But I would have to say, for me too, it's going to be a cop at some point. I just don't know when. But
I'm the same way. It's going to be a cop, but it might be, it might be Valentine's Day or something before I get that. But like you said, I'm just glad that there's enough pairs out here that. Ideally, maybe some parents can put this under the Christmas tree for the kids. And to be honest, when it comes to stock numbers, a lot of people say it doesn't mean anything. It does this, it's that. No, it does. It shouldn't dictate whether you like the shoe or not. But what it tells me is how hard in the paint I got to go. Like it tells me how deep in the toolbox I need to go to get that pair. If there's only 100,000 pairs, I got to go all out. I got to enter every raffle. I got to be prepared to drive around Saturday morning. I got to be prepared to ask everybody I know to enter the raffles for me. I got to be online, ready, locked in. But when I see something like this, I know I can wait it out a little bit. I don't have to stress. I can sleep in that day and still not have to worry too much about it.
That is true. I'll cop if they end up on discount. That is the comment section at its finest. Which everybody is saying there. Not a fan of the pan leather. You know what I'm saying? Got lucky. A lot of people say they got lucky on the shot drop. It's 1 million pairs, but not all on Nike though, which is true.
Yeah.
What's weird
Definitely.
though is like some of my guys who I usually get early shoes from, right? They are not letting this shoe loose from their store, which is awkward to me. Not gonna, of course, say any names, but the usual guy who I can call and say, "Hey, man, I need a couple of pairs to flip real quick or sale or whatnot." He's like, "Nah, man, I need these for the store on holiday season."
Yeah, they're gonna
Which
fly.
kind of, you know, it told me a couple of things, and of course, to be honest, I wasn't gonna buy them. I was just kind of like tiptoeing around, like, man, let me see something. Out of 4 people that I contacted, every last one of them said I need to keep these for my store for holiday time. I don't know. I don't know how to judge that, but you haven't, honestly, from my eyes, there are not a lot of backdoor pairs at a discounted price. The store guys who I know, they are keeping this shoe for the
Mhm.
holiday season, which still kind of tells me that the normal person in the world doesn't know it's a million pairs. That's
Yeah,
all.
and also it also tells me that I mean, people like you and I, people in the chat room right here, we're not going into that resale store in the mall and paying top dollar for our shoes.
Yep.
We know how to, we know how to move in a room full of vultures. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
we know how to get our pairs at retail, maybe even below retail. But
True.
the everyday people that are just, their kid wants them, they want to help out a friend, they want
Yep.
to hook somebody up for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever. They're the ones that are going to walk into the mall and pay and get a head crack for $350 on them. Like
Yep.
I think a couple months back, I was at the mall. I walked into DTLR. They had pandas on the shelf. They were sitting there for $110. I walked 50 feet down the hall to the reseller store, and they're $280, and people are paying it. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, man, let me tell you something.
But
Them
hey,
pandas
if you
are
can
right.
get it, hey, good for you, man. Good for you if you can actually.
Yeah, I mean, if he getting
Salute.
it, man, do your thing. But
Yeah.
golly, boy, every
Yeah,
time I
man.
see a pair of pandas, I just want to step on them. And I like the animal. I like a panda, but those shoes are getting so dusty, man. They're like the TikTok Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all the white girls, they buy them. They buy them and go dirty them up
Yeah.
and put them on. I don't get it. I don't know. It's like my
Man, I'm gonna
niece.
tell you what. I hunted that shoe for a year. For a year, I couldn't hit a dang one of those pandas.
Me
And
too.
then when I finally got it, I'm like, man, get this thing away from me. I don't want nothing to do with this shit.
Don't even want it anymore.
I don't even
But that's
want
the
it.
new,
Get it
that's
out of
the new
here.
vibe that we live in
Yeah.
with these younger kids, man. They want that shoe. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the Air Force Ones anymore. They want
Nope.
that shoe, and they want the high price Balenciagas and all this, and they want them to come dirty. My niece purchased some shoes that were $800,
Woo.
and they came in a box already dirty.
I've seen those. Yeah.
What the? I want to know who
I got
dirty
nothing, man.
what?
Like, I don't get it. I pride myself on keeping my kicks clean. You know what I mean? I pride myself on it.
And she's a little small something with these big old shoes that are pre-dirty. I've never that just blew. I looked at her, I could have got you 3 pairs of shoes. 4.
Yeah.
Probably 5 around Black Friday that was just absolute bangers for $800.
I mean, I've probably spent $800 just on shoe care equipment. You know what I mean? Like, I spray all my shoes down with propellant. I got the suede brushes, the eraser. I got the motorized brusher to keep your suede clean. I go hard to try to keep my stuff clean, but maybe
Mario,
I'm missing the boat. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah,
the game passed me by. I don't know.
My brother that comes on here and says, one of the designers, Tom Scott, he's the one who actually started that, and which is true. I mean, it was okay, but now we can't do that. So I'm gonna get to the last one here for you, Uncle Chrissy, and which is a big one, a huge one. I know a lot of people want to get more information on this shoe. A lot of people who didn't get early access today, including me, on this shoe. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So the reverse grit. I mean, what's there to really say about the shoe? I mean, I gotta ask the question, like, are you really wearing this shoe? I mean, are you a hooper? Like, what's the end goal for this? I remember seeing an interview with Kobe talking about how hard it is to create a shoe that's good on the court and looks good in a pair of jeans. And I think this shoe kind of typifies that. I mean, I can't pull this shoe off, that's for sure. I certainly can't pull this shoe off. But we know that Nike and Vanessa Bryant have a mission to get Kobe's in hand. Like that is their goal. It's the whole reason they revitalized the partnership. You're not going to see those 40,000 pair releases of Kobe's anymore. You're going to see pairs that are 200,000, 300,000. I mean, who knows? Maybe there'll be a million pair of Kobe next year, like you're seeing with the Gratitudes. I doubt it, but we got a lot of these on hand. And I'm hearing that there's some new retailers that are getting in the game. I know I'm hearing that they are getting these at DTLR. Confirmed that DTLR is going to have pairs of these. I haven't seen it yet, but these are things that I'm hearing. I think Dick's is going to have pairs of these. And
sporting goods.
Dick's, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Dick's is making power moves. Dick's is making power moves. They have completely renegotiated some things with Nike, and maybe in a few minutes we can tease a little bit more of what they got coming too. But I'm gonna tell y'all this: we had the shock drop, we had the EA today, which, by the way, I put up a Twitter poll to see who actually met the criteria and who didn't for EA today, and man, Nike's got some explaining to do if everybody told the truth on that.
They sure do.
60% of people said that they did not meet the criteria and got EA. So,
oh my god!
Wow.
For the Sweet 16s, I got early access, right?
Okay.
And Mambacitas, I got early access on those, and no early access on these.
I've gotten early access once in like the past 5 years. I got the Topaz 4s. I love them. It's still my favorite pair. I'll never ever get rid of it. But that's the only time I've ever gotten EA, aside from this recent wave of, everybody gets access. It's all out there. But so these actually drop on the 15th, but that's not all Nike has coming for these.
What?
That's not it. Okay. I must tell you all this. If you live in a city that's got a Nike store around you, you might want to tap in. All right. We're going to see these in store, maybe not every store, but you are going to see these Kobe's with a chance in person.
Oh,
I'm going to leave it at that.
Did it freeze? You froze. Oh, my wife said we froze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm froze. Why am I froze? Okay, let's see.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear each other good. Okay, so with the Kobe's, of course, look, that's going to be the way to cop it. You know what I'm saying? That one's going to be good to go.
Yeah.
I see Uncle Chrissy. He's still moving on that end. My end is froze up. My screen just did like a complete restart or something. So it should be back up any minute now.
Yeah, like I said, folks, while we wait for Chuck to tap back in here, talk to your Nike stores. Like I said, some Nike stores got these already. They already got shipments in. I think we're probably going to see a sneakers pass sometime before the 15th.
Wow, that's going to be crazy. Can you still hear me on your end?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. Because it seems like my streaming just took a break. But this is what we'll do, because I'm going to have you popped up on here. I'll remove. No, I'm going to keep myself on the screen. So, look, this is what we're going to do. I'll pull that down. We got Uncle Chrissy that's still going to be on here, our special guest. And I wanted to go over a teaser, of course. Teaser. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, I already got that screenshot of Chuck's face. If I needed something or more ammo for these guys to be able to get me on, okay, here we go. So, look, this is what I'll do. I'm going to drop the teaser on here so you can go over it because you got two of them.
Yeah, a little bit.
Uncle Chrissy, are these shoes going to be coming out this month? Let me put it on.
So I think we might see these before the end of the year. There's not a firm date yet. I've seen December 19th is the one that's floating around. I can't confirm that, but did we just lose it?
No, it's still up.
All right, good. I can't confirm that date just yet, but I can confirm that these pairs are in the U.S. I think stock is probably going to end up somewhere in the 50 to 60,000 range for these. And honestly, like, this is a bit of a head scratcher for me. When Nike relaunched the Mac Attack, like, why did this not come first? Why did this not launch, side by side with the OG pair? I'm a little bit confused by it. Maybe there was, production delays or something like that. But I do think we're going to see this before the end of the year. Like I said, Nike has pairs in the U.S. And keep your ears peeled, keep it tuned in. we should probably hear something on these in the next week or two.
Good, man. You know what? The Mac attacks, I am not a fan of. I am not a fan of.
The fit's really, really weird on them.
I know. That's what I experienced with them. And a lot of people who haven't tried this shoe yet, once they do, they're going to feel the effects of it. But I have to say, I'm a Bo Jackson fan. All right.
Okay.
Not saying that these shoes are Bo Jackson by any means, but it's just the old Raider colorway I really love about this shoe. I'm not going to be racing to get them. You know what I'm saying? But if I do get them backdoor, which I think I am for under retail,
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy these just because it's Travis Scott. I like nostalgia. I'll wear my all black with it. So I kind of, weirdly enough, I kind of like this shoe.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to sell. It's a Travis Scott. You know, you put that reverse swoosh on it, and that's all you really got to do to it nowadays. But, like I said, tune in. You know, the next week or two, we should probably see some movement on this shoe for sure.
Gotcha. We got one more teaser that I want you to go over, and I'm going to drop this bomb. Now, with this next teaser, is it coming this month or early January?
So February 17th is the date we got tacked in for this one. So this is the reimagined Red 4. Honestly, they can make 5 million pairs of this. It ain't gonna make a bit of a difference. It's gonna sell, but I am gonna tell you, there's a lot of these coming. There's a lot of these coming. These are gonna be, every retailer you can ever imagine is gonna have these up for sale. These are going to be coming from retailers that you've never seen a 4 at before. They're going to be coming probably at your local bodega. You'll be able to get a pair of these. The numbers on these are going to be high. I've already talked to a few different retailers that don't really get 4s, and they're already confirmed to get 100 pairs plus each. So these are not going to be too hard to come by if you know what you're doing. Like, there's no reason that you need to walk in that resale store and get a head crack for. Like, get your JD account built up and you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. That's
I
it.
haven't. Now, I usually get some shoes early and I'll post them and sell them. I had an opportunity to be able to get a couple of pairs of these box pairs because I do not do non-box pairs. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I had the opportunity to get some box pairs of these, and I seen the prices from a couple of my guys. Not throwing them under the bus and saying it's too high, but I know what's coming with these shoes. When I get one text, okay, this is the price. Next week, all right, man, I got this many if you will take it for this price. Oh, you know what? Just take these and I got this price. That kind of tells me everything I need to know.
They just keep coming.
I posted those for sale, or hey, I got some of these 10 through 12, you know what I'm saying? Hit my DMs. I just kind of feel that, yes, these shoes are going to be everywhere. Now, I do have a pair that's on the way that I'm going to do a review on later in hand. Nice. I'm anxious to see how the leather all the way around is. Is it hard leather? Is it soft? Can you rub your finger and see the leather moving type of leather? I don't know.
It looks to be a little soft. I mean, obviously, it's just a picture, but it looks kind of pebbly. I think I'm not the biggest fan of the all-over black nubuck. Like I said, when I did the review of the Dust last night, I think it all over black nubuck can look kind of ashy. So I'm glad to see that they went a little bit when they did the leather on these. And, like you said, man, it's too early to say a number on stock just yet, but there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. And
a lot of those.
Just put it this way. Like I said, you've never seen Dick sell a Jordan 4 before, but if you live near one of them and they get the wristbands, you might want to keep an ear to the ground for them.
That is true. Now I got Ace Town Chris that popped in the question. And by the way, that's a cop. I'm gonna cop those either way.
Oh,
I have the OG pair,
yes,
and I have a revised pair that released too. My OG pair is still perfect. I would not wear it for the shame of it busting or coming to loose. Right. But my revised pair, I still wear those a lot. They're the suede, of course. So I can't wait to do a review on both of those together, man, just to see, if my OGs go love it or the newer guys these days in the sneaker world, guys and gals in the sneaker world are going to love the leather better than a suede. But I got a question up for you on the bottom. I can answer this question because I've seen it. But tell us, how's the stock on the Powerpuff Girls going to be?
It's looking a little weird, to tell you the truth. So we are going to get a sneakers release. We are going to get a sneakers release, but I've seen a few different things on these, and I've seen between God, honestly, I don't know the first thing about Powerpuff Girls, so I get a little confused between the bubbles and the blue and the pink and all those. But from what I've seen, you're looking at give or take about 25,000 for the pink pair, I believe, and the blue one I saw looking down around 10,000 for sneakers. We just started to see some SB shops pop those up today. It looks like the SB shops are going to have all three. I don't think Sneakers is going to have a release of all three of those colorways. So, as always with SBs, man, your locals are your best chances. Your locals are always going to be your best chance.
Yeah, you do not want to wait on Sneakers for a hype SB. It's just,
no,
it doesn't turn out the way you want to. I've seen a lot of numbers mixed around this shoe. Now, what's weird is you got a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's a ton of them." A lot of people who read these stock numbers aren't kind of like new to the game. So anytime you have a trio of shoes that come out, as you see this here, the stock numbers can be a little skewed. And I hear a lot of people like, "Oh, I'm gonna just wait," or "Oh, those are gonna be bricks."
Nah, it's not gonna happen. Nope.
It's not gonna happen until the final number comes into some of these stores. You will know. Some stores might show, "Oh man, we getting 200 pairs of them split in between 3." Like that's a big difference. Now, some of these stores might get at a chance of 50 pairs. That's one. So you got 3. So a lot of people always say, "Oh man, we getting 200 pairs of each colorway." Let me tell you something. They do not know yet. So you still want to get with your sneakers, skate shops, like you said, Uncle Chris said, you want to get with your skate shops. That's going to be your best chance. There could be a ton of them, but what's a ton?
There could be them, but people got to understand a ton of SBs is not the same comparison as a ton of Holiday 11s. 40,000 is a big number for SBs. 50,000 is a big number for SBs. And to the stores that are saying they're getting 200 pairs of each colorway, like, I'm sorry, that's cap. I don't buy that for a bloody second. Not for 1 second do I buy that.
It was so many people sleep on the Haritos. Oh man, they're getting 300 of them. No. Oh my God, it was
they didn't. I mean, we got 2 SB shops near me, and for the most part, they get one size run. They get one size run per SBs. If it's a purple box, just the inlines, they might get 2, they might get 3. But for a quick strike, the stores near me get one size run. And I'm not, I don't live in New York or LA. I'm sure they get a little bit more. But I think the Pine Green, the 4s, the SB 4s were probably the biggest SB stock of the year. And I mean, I saw maybe one store that I could confirm had maybe around 70 or 80 of them. And I mean, 200 pairs of each colorway. No, I don't buy it. All due respect, I don't buy it.
And I know it's not on our subject tonight, but a lot of people are asking about this shoe. When I have people in my family who do not buy sneakers, send me a message like, "Hey, I saw you post those Powerpuff Girls. They brought back memories of my childhood. Can I get a pair of the pink ones? I'll pay $500." I'm like, that tells me that, okay, this shoe is going to be a problem.
Huge indicator.
A lot of stock or not, it brings back a nostalgia from the people in your 30s, 40s.
Yep.
And for the younger kids who want to be on social media, TikTok, famous, whatever you want to call it, the younger crowd wants this shoe. The older crowd wants this shoe. Don't get caught sleep at the wheel thinking it's all good. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad.
No, and Nike realizes that. And from what I'm hearing, in the next year or two, we're going to see a few more collabs like this. Maybe not with cartoons, but maybe the kind of things that hit you with the nostalgia, the kind of things that speak to multi-generations, you know what I mean? The kind of things that speak to the kids and to the parents at the same time. So trust me, Nike knew that. Nike knows that.
Nike knows that, and I'm trying to understand why Adidas think they can beat them right now without I have no clue why they think they can beat them.
Yeah, I don't get
any clause with that.
You but might look, see guys, take a bigger chunk out of Nike next year.
Uncle Chrissy, if you are in the chat, let me get some emojis for Uncle Chrissy. Thank him for coming on the show.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the chance to bring me on here. And hey, maybe we do it again sometime.
Man, I appreciate you, dude. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully, I didn't take up too much of your time.
Nah, we're good. We're good, man. I appreciate you. Hey, don't forget about me when you got them 10.5 links neither, bro.
Oh, baby. Hey, look, I have no idea what's going on with April. My guy called me. He was like, dude, they still got 80% of the stock left. And they
I
haven't
know.
got links.
I don't get it either. Like, where did this release just fall off the map? Like, I thought these were coming out. I'm a little bit lost myself on that one.
But I'm gonna tell you though, some skate shops have not gotten them in stock yet. So I really don't know what's going on or whether I'm not gonna say it. Yes, I am. I have not heard anything about this shoe being stolen. Now I know it was backdoored early, but I just kind of feel like either inventory or allocation hasn't come there yet, because I've never seen CCS delay a release. I've never seen it. So
it's a little bit weird the way this is going down.
Now, if something happens where they never get that allocation and the world finds out, you probably want to get you a pair. So I kind of feel like they're gonna make good on this shoe. But like I said, my last information on the April Dunks, my guy says, man, they probably got 80 to 82% left of stock that's supposed to go to normal CCS people who did the raffle. CCS Plus, they only allocated around about 10%, which is absolutely nothing. 20% of the toddlers, 30% of preschool, which there were not many preschool at all anyway, or toddlers. So those are extremely hard to get to right now. But other than that, man, sorry to tell along with it. But Uncle Chris, have a good night, man. I will see
appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. Really, really thank you for having me on here, man. And thank you to everybody who tuned in with us too.
Hey, and the guys loved you in the comment section, man. Anytime my guys can put up the GOAT signs, man, you know it's real. They even gave you the cups. They gave you
all right.
Oh my God. H-Town Chris. Everybody
know it's gonna be that kind of party.
An amazing guest, man. Even my brother dropped some 100s. Bro, we gotta have you back. And tell you what, next time we'll just do it on your channel. Let's do it on your
man.
channel.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
All right, we'll bring it on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring a giveaway too, man. So we're gonna do a giveaway. We'll go team up. We'll be on Uncle Chris's YouTube channel next time, guys. So go make sure you subscribe to his channel. But other than that, Uncle Chris, I'm gonna take you out with me tonight. That is it for NBC TV, guys. You guys have a good night.
Love it. Thank you all so much.